Good day, everybody. It is 1600 hours on the 16th of March, 2023. And if you don't know military time, Mickey's hand is firmly placed between his legs. Just so you know. And we have a 1949D roll here. 1949D. It's a pretty nice, clean looking roll. In fact, I designated this one to be a reveal roll quite a while back because its quality was pretty good. So I don't think I'm going to have any issues with quality here today. Hello, Tyler. Welcome back. And to Mr. Adams. We got 6 watchers. A 49D roll. Only got 6 watchers. Well, I got Taco was going to get the first coin. Let's take a look and see what we got. Well, on this one, I see no RPM. That crack on the forehead. And no doubling on the obverse. We're going to check the reverse of the first 10 coins in the roll. You know how that goes. If we find something, we keep looking. If we don't find something, we move along. And let what the reverse holds stay in the hands of the review team. The Copper Coins Roll review team. All right, here we go. There's coin number 1. Now coin number 2 for Harlan. Still can't figure out whether I want to put Harlan L or just Harlan on his slips. I figured, I don't know very many people in history named Harlan. I mean, we've got Harlan Sanders. He was the colonel for KFC. But that's the only other Harlan I think I've ever heard of. So I think we're pretty safe on the idea of not having 2 different Harlans in one reveal. I mean, accuse me of counting my chickens before they hatch, but I think I've got it settled in my own head. That's a dangerous thing, too. Settling everything in my own head. You have to realize that doing these broadcasts and talking to you guys through a microphone is only my excuse for why I talk to myself constantly. Well, I'm not talking to myself anymore now, am I? Am I? No, you're not. See? I can still answer my own questions. I was kind of thinking maybe I might be looking at a double die or an RPM there, but I'm not. I thought for it. Only for a moment. Then the moment's gone. Hey, look at that. Bam, baby. Big old crusty doubled eyelid there. Nice one. That's not crispy, it's crusty. And this belongs to Coins and Ghouls, which is Adam Chambers, who's going to be a very happy camper that he got a doubled eyelid, double die out of this roll. Yes, the mic is on. I hope so. I am schizophrenic, and so am I. Well, this one's a little dark in color. That's going to tell me that this was probably a roll-end coin. It's kind of spotty, too. And it does not have a double die obverse or a mint mark variety. This is the way we say things in perfect English. Variety. Actually, if it was perfect English, I wouldn't be pronouncing my R's like I do. It would be perfect English. Talking to yourself is A-okay. When you start arguing with yourself, you may need professional help. I am very well beyond professional help. Professional help has never done anything for me. Nor me. And me. That's when people say that, they say nor I. Isn't I a subject and not an object? So, how would you say nor I, nor I? Nor did I, nor do I, nor have I? Perhaps. Dawning. We've got dawning. Number 6. James Fletcher, grandfather of Josie Fletcher. Cute little girl. It's one wicked lucky dude. He's got the heart of a beautiful young lady following him like she does. She seems to absolutely love the death out of her grandpa. We got some striations on this that are planchet striations, and that's often called a woody. It has the woody effect. It's caused by impurities in the surface of the strip that they blinked this coin from. Or, so we don't end a sentence on a preposition from which they blinked this coin. Okay, Chuck, you're getting very boring with your grammar police. I know. But I like it that way. This is a spotty coin. Why did I pick a roll? Why did I pick a roll with a spotty coin? I don't like spots. Does that look like it might be a south RPM? There's some chance of it anyway. Well, I'll keep moving just to see. I see more coins here. Well, it looks like another ender. Both enders in the same spot in the roll. That's kind of strange. All right. Let's see. Frostbite is next. Not seen our doubled eyelid again. I was kind of hoping or expecting to find at least a little more than we have. But when I dump these rolls out to check them for condition and quality, I do not check them for any variety, so I have no idea what's in the roll before I actually go through it with you. What fun would it be if I set the whole roll up one way or the other to make everybody win or make everybody lose? I don't. I don't set any of these rolls up. I have no idea what's in them. When I dig in, I am beginning to get live confirmation of that statement. Let me move the lighting down a little bit more. Get us in a position to be able to see the corners a little bit better. Just a little bit better. It looked like he had a Fu Manchu there. Another Woody. I don't know. They certainly look nice when you just look at the coin, but then again, I'm blind in one eye and can't see out the other one. So I got my glasses sitting on top of my head instead of in front of my eyes. I think that's because I'm trying to be clairvoyant. Just smash D. That's a rare variety right there. The smash D variety. Hey, look at that. There's another one of our doubled eyelids. Another doubled eyelid. Let me look at the other side. Nope, nothing else there, but that is an Eric coin there, and Eric is going to get a double die. That's coin number 10. Now let's look at coin number 11 for Parviz. No double die reverses so far, so we're going to check the obverses on the remainder of these coins. That's an early die state coin right there. That's a purty one. Oh, you sure got purty coins. That's what Mickey said when he came in. You sure got purty coins. I like your coins. I said, yep, I like them too. Thank you very much. Let's see here. What do we have next? Well, I've seen this die before. It's got a big flat patch on the eye, and then it's got a die crack going up on the forehead. So you see a big patch of scratchiness right in front of the eye? It's a big flat patch. Somebody polished that area. And I got a big die crack going across the forehead. So I have seen the light in that particular die. I have seen the promised land. I may not get there with you. I actually enjoyed reading about that guy. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I lived in Memphis for a long time. And during the time that I lived in Memphis, we didn't really ever know much about the man because not much was really said about the man. I remember doing a study on him when I was in the 6th grade. I drew a picture of him. But as time went on, discussion just didn't really happen. Nobody really said much of anything. So I move away, go through the military, and do my thing. There we go. There's another one. So we've got the doubled eyelids this time around. And I go through 10 years of the military, get out of the military, do my thing. Then I go back to my 20th high school reunion. And I decide just on a whim, I'd take the wife over shore of the Lorraine Motel where... No, I don't think so, Carl. I think it's the same. Where Martin Luther King was shot to death in April of 1968. There's a doubled serif RPM, upper and lower. And show her what the old hotel looks like and what they did, parking his car outside and leaving everything basically as it was. And they put glass around the balcony of the particular room where he was shot. I thought, well, I'll go over and I'll show that to her, and she'll get to see a little bit of history. I got there, and they had built that site into the National Civil Rights Museum. And the National Civil Rights Museum is huge. All kinds of wonderful exhibits in there about the plight of the minorities during the earlier days. This is another one of the doubled eyelids. No, maybe not. I'm still working on trying to learn that one. And it went through the problems they had in Birmingham. It went through the sit-ins. It went through the burning churches. It went through inequality in the schools. It went through the bus rides. It went through everything. And the strikes and the race wars, race riots. And I realized that I had lived my entire childhood in a basically white privilege, white sheltered environment right in the middle. This is a nice doubled split serif RPM as well. Right in the middle of Memphis, Tennessee, which was one of the epicenters for racial inequality in the 50s, 60s, 70s. And I remember all of this stuff firsthand. I mean, I remember seeing it. I remember being there. And the things that I saw in this museum were real life to me because I was really there. And I was bused all the way across the city to go to school for desegregation. I went to school. I graduated high school in inner city Memphis. And it was a very moving experience to go through this museum and look at the exhibits they had there and educate myself a little bit more on the plight of the other side of the railroad tracks. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience. I got to see what the families of a lot of my friends went through. Because when I lived there, honestly, I was kept blind to most of what was going on. Not on purpose, but just because. Till I went through high school, I didn't really realize what was going on or why. Look at that. There's an upper split serif. Got an extra serif sticking right out of the top of the mint mark, right here. But going to this museum and looking through everything that they had there, this goes all the way back to the 1700s when that area was first being settled. And it came all the way up to modern times. I think the last part of the exhibit was the late 70s and early 80s. And that's right when I lived there. I would encourage anyone going in or near the Memphis. There we go. There's another one of those. You can see this one a little bit better. Anyone going in or near Memphis anytime soon that has the opportunity to stop in South Memphis at the Lorraine Motel and go through the National Civil Rights Museum, I would recommend it. I would recommend that, and not only would I recommend that, but I would also recommend going to the James Earl Ray Museum just down the street from it. The James Earl Ray Museum talks about the man who shot Martin Luther King Jr. and the fact that he was imprisoned in Memphis after the assassination. And interestingly enough, I was around, I wasn't there, but I was around in the area when his white 1967 Mustang was pulled out of a garage some 30 years later and sold at auction. That was kind of cool. White 1967 Mustang is what James Earl Ray drove. Wait a minute, is it James Earl Ray? Is that his name? Yeah. Yeah, that was his name. Gosh. Well, that was a Mickey coin there. That didn't have anything on it. As you were, as it is. Richard. Well, it's basically clean and free of anything in the date mint mark area, but it is a doubled eyelid. It's a pretty one. Like it. So we have a relatively early dice date. We have, let's see, okay, I see it. We have a die scratch coming off the heel of the 1 toward the 9. And then we also have a big die dent between the D and the rim. That's how we can tell in the date area that we have one of these. So we shall note that and continue moving. The one thing that, having lived in Memphis, Tennessee as a white child in the 70s and 80s did for me that may or may not have happened to other people in different parts of the country, but it certainly woke me up as an adult in looking back on those times and seeing the reality of racial prejudice as it was in Memphis as I was growing up, and realizing how unequal everything was and still is today. We still have not solved the problems of racial equality. No photos of doubled eyelids on the site for 1949D. Guess what? We will soon. Here's another doubled split serif. lower and upper. This may be the same die that we've been looking at, but it appears it's different. Appears it could be a different new die to the roll. Maybe not new to listing, but probably new to this roll. That's coin number 24. Thank you very much for participating and have a nice day. Let's see, what do we have next, Eric? Yerich. This one is our earlier die state coin that doesn't have anything. That looks like it may have an extended eyelid. An overlong eyelid. I'll have Eric take a look at that. We'll check it out. We'll know for sure after Eric decides whether I'm right or I'm wrong. Thanks for letting me know that, Kevin. I hope you guys enjoy the posters that you got from me. I wasn't really even thinking about them that much at all, and somebody mentioned that, hey, you know, you should probably offer these posters for sale. Somebody might want one. Okay, why not? Sure. Same thing happened with my artwork way back in the day. I was getting ready to write a book on the Lincoln Cent, and I wanted to use a picture of Victor David Brenner, the designer of the Lincoln Cent. Couldn't find a good picture I wanted to use. There's another one of the doubled eyelids right there. Boom. Couldn't find a good picture I really wanted to use of Victor David Brenner, so I decided to draw a portrait of him instead. When I did, I showed the portrait around one of the message groups, and they were like, "You drew that?" Yeah, I did. "Oh, you ought to make prints on that and sell them. People would like that." So I did, and I did. And a couple of months later, I decided to run a post in the group as a poll and ask, you know, what designers you would like to see, what's your favorite designer that you would like to see in artwork. And I got all kinds of requests specifically for this person, that person, this person. That's what built the series of coin designers that I ended up drawing over a period of about 3 or 4 years. I did 8 different drawings, had prints made on all of them. I'm considering the possibility of continuing that venture. Bump on the top of the D is a number 17. Thank you, sir. And Variety Vista has a doubled eyelid, DDO number 2. See, I get to learn about the coins as I'm going through them, and I don't even have to look them up. I have other people. I have people for that. I'll get my people to look at it. I love that. I bet my people know the answer to that. I bet my people can do that. I have people, don't I? I'd like to think I could be somebody else's people. That way they could got me just as I got them. First thing I need help with is my English. Where did all this come from? Let's see. I think I started with the name Harlan and went from there. Word association, I guess, led me from one place to another. Maybe brain association. So are you thinking about something, you just think of another word as you're on it? I think about rugs, and then you think carpet. Here's another double split serif. This one's for crispy. And carpet leads to wool. Wool comes from sheep. You think about sheep and sheep's clothing, you think about a wolf. And a group of wolves is a pack. And you pack a chest. And a chest is also called a trunk. And with a trunk you have an elephant. so you know the answer. Rug, carpet, carpet, wool, wool, sheep, sheep, wolf, wolf, pack, pack, chest, chest, trunk, trunk, elephant. This voice is being simulated for studio audiences near you. Let's see. I'm not finding anything. I'm your people? Cool. I like that. I like being people. 49D 1D0001 southeast of primary eye. Well, that's what this one was. Southeast of the primary eye. You got a marker for me to look at next time I find one? Go back and find me some of the markers. We can look for markers next time I find one of them in the roll. Prepositional phrase. In being the preposition. In the roll. Now, what is the word roll? People racking their brains, or they're wondering what I'm on. One or the other. Maybe they're trying to figure out the answer because they were in high school 40 years ago, or they don't care and they have a puzzling look on their face, wondering what bad trip I'm on to be thinking about educational things. What is he doing? Well, this is a Mickey Fur coin. It appears it could be a minor split up or serif RPM. Could be. Yes, could be. A couple of little black spots on it. It's overall a nice looking coin, though. It says you have to get these under a microscope to see the imperfections. And when you see the imperfections, you become jaded. I've been looking for that, Carl. The one that shows the doubling under the crosslet of the 4 and the date. Haven't seen it. Not today. Here's a coin for Carl. Now, if I find one, I'm going to really be wondering about you. Because I've been looking for it. But now you remind me, and then I pull your name up, and as soon as I pull your name up, I find one of them. There is no coincidence more chilling. But it worked out to be not so true. Oops, I bring this up, or Jeff Dunn used to always get on to me because he couldn't read the number on the next flip insert. There's another person that kind of just disappeared. That's an RPM. And you get an RPM. Big old fat nose. 49 Lincolns are known for fat noses. PD and S. Not really sure why. Mr. Fletcher. James Fletcher is next. And nothing on that. It's got thick eyelids. It's not doubled eyelids. Oh, Ant. Good day, sir. Not one of the doubled eyelids, unfortunately. Nothing there. I think I need to get some work done after this. I think I'm going to run my 49S show into tomorrow. We're going to be doing the 1960 D bag this evening, if I can get everything prepped to do it. I think. I can't remember what I scheduled for this evening. Can somebody go look at my schedule and tell me what I have for this evening? I think I scheduled a show this evening. If I did, I'm going to have to start working on it. Why aren't you focusing? There we go. Okay. We have focus again. Here's another double split serif RPM. Finally, we're getting closer to the end of the roll, and we start finding doubled stuff on these coins. I've got one scheduled for this evening, I believe, which I think I'm going to cut off on the reveals until this evening, whatever that show is, because I don't remember what the show is, and I'm going to start working on it. We have gotten all kinds of things done. Oh, there's a nice one. That's a triple lower mint mark, triple lower split serif. Bam, bam, bam. 1, 2, 3. I've run into this at least one other time in this roll. I just didn't realize I was looking at a triple when I saw it. Nothing for tonight? Okay. I was thinking maybe I left tonight off. I might do this last reveal later in the evening today, but I've got to take out of here and get some work done. I realized this was going to actually take a full 3 hours. And we're getting close. Yeah, so we'll start at 2 o'clock tomorrow. I'll start doing reveals earlier tomorrow. I'll have 3 tomorrow instead of 3 today. There's Mark. So tomorrow will be a 1949S and a 1963 proof. There's another double split serif. And a 1963 proof roll number 2, because I had too many people to fit into one roll. Everybody wanted their 63 proofs, so I made it so. Just grab another roll, do another roll. I have probably somewhere between 30 and 40 unsearched roll of 1963 proof here in one place or another. I got to get some cardboard taken over to the recycle place. I think it's too late to make it to the post office today. I did have everybody's stuff has been packed from yesterday's auction, but I have not had a chance to run to the post office with it. I have more coins coming in soon. I just bought a megaton of, what is it, 1988 plain, 88D, and 89 plain. Lots of rolls. Email on the tubes. Now that you say something, I think I did, but I don't remember what it was now. Taco John? Why don't you remind me, Carl? I think it was it regarding the Harris tubes that you wanted Harris tubes, or was it square tubes? Because I can probably provide both. I don't know where I have Harris tubes right now, though. I usually throw them away. I threw one away yesterday. Because, well, when you're dealing with a roll of GemBU 1935D pennies that are stuck in a Harris tube, you get down to the last coin and it gets stuck in the end of the tube, and you have to pound it on a table to get the coin out, you really don't want to be doing that with a GemBU 1935D penny. And the idea that people would stick the really nice older pennies like that in a Harris tube makes my skin crawl. So I love them that much. Roger. Last coin of the roll. And, well, he's crying. He's crying me a river. We'll look at the reverse just to say we did. You know why? Not because we have to, but because I want to. And I can. Because, well, it's my show. Oh, that email. Right. About the tubes. You're talking about the tubes at the post office. to mail posters. Yes, I'm going to order some of those. So I think we'll be able to handle that. The only problem is the charge for postage is going to be a little bit higher because it will be priority shipping. But, I mean, it's going to be at least $8. I don't know how much it will be. Probably just regular $9 shipping. So if I can do that and I can put some of your package stuff in there like rolls and whatnot, we can actually make good good headway. But we're done with the roll. I've got about a dozen, a little more than a dozen nice die varieties here. There's Coins and Ghouls, Eric, Coins and Ghouls, Eric, Carl, Doug, Richard, Crispy, Frostbite, Crispy, Jim Fletcher, Frostbite, Mark, and Captain. Wow, Crispy, greedy much? Nice, though. Crispy's a threefer. And we have a lot. What did I do here? Never mind. I got stuff messed up a little bit. Okay, whatever. I don't think I have anything. I don't think I have anything scheduled tonight, do I? I think somebody just told me I didn't have anything scheduled for tonight.
Yes.
Did it what?
The S, Rob.
I was going to do it tomorrow.
It says 16.
Today's the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to do it tomorrow. Oh, don't listen to me. Let's see. Let's go to the studio. Let me do this while you guys are actually here. That way, we can say, oh, okay, this happened together. What do we have here? Okay. This is live now. And then this is scheduled for the 17th at 2 p.m. So let's schedule it for the 17th at 1 p.m. and put it an hour before everything else. Actually, I have to change the date first. 17th at 1 p.m. And we'll get it started earlier tomorrow. And we'll have the 49S tomorrow. And we'll have the 263 proof rolls tomorrow. And then what else did I have, if anything, for tomorrow? Yeah, the poker chip draw is tomorrow. Then the bag reveal will be Saturday. And then the auction on Tuesday. So we'll have the wheat cent pull tomorrow evening. And then the 60D sealed bag will be on Saturday evening. And then the auction on Tuesday. We'll have 3 reveals during the day tomorrow. And then the poker chip draw will be tomorrow evening. So I've got some prep to do. I got some work to do, boys and girls. So I appreciate you guys dropping by. You guys have a great evening, a great night, and I will talk to you next time. Have fun.